Hello everyone. Today we are going to prepare a simple cash book in Tally. So this is the question I have taken, and here are all the cash transactions that we are going to enter through accounting vouchers later. So this is the normal sum I have taken. Here I have just given the ledgers, names and the groups under which we are going to create in Tally. And here I have given the normal journal entries which will be preparing the accounting vouchers for. Here I have also given the accounting voucher names. So let's not delay, let's get into our Tally. So now I'm going to start with creation of a company. So since it's a cash book company, so I'm just going to create this cash book itself. Here I'm just going to give it as Tamil Nadu, and later this I'm going to click it S for everything. And now our company is being created. Okay, once the company is created, first step is we have to create the new ledgers. So I'm just going to go into accounting info, here ledgers. Here I'm going to create multiple ledgers since we already have a sum which has all the details. I'm just going to create inside the multiple ledgers. So the first item, if we see in our sum, is cash in hand. And we have to make sure one thing in Tally is cash in hand or cash account is already a default account that is already created inside the Tally. So we need not create it once again. We'll just go back later and we'll just enter the balance amount there. That's enough. So I'm just going to start with the first person here, that is Neetu. So Neetu here. So Neetu will come under sundry debtors for us. So let's not give any kind of balances. We are going to enter the amounts through the accounting vouchers. Second one is insurance. So insurance is indirect expenses. Again, no balance. Then furniture. Here furniture will come under fixed asset. Here no balance. Then is sales. See, all the items are actually given in the problem that I showed earlier. So I'm just going to enter it one by one according to the sum. So here sales. And the next one is purchases. The purchase account. The next item will be Rohini. So this Rohini person is a sundry debtor. So here sundry creditor. So I'm just going to enter as Rohini. Next one is Kanika. Kanika is a sundry debtor. So here. The next one is bank. So unlike the cash account, the bank account will not be created automatically. So we have to create the bank account. The next one is rent. Rent is indirect expenses. And one more we have is salary. The salary is again indirect expenses. So we have created all the possible ledgers that is needed. The only one thing we have to remember is to alter the opening balance in the cash that is already created. So I'm just going to give S, and all the ledgers are created. Now if you go and see in the display, if you see this here, the cash, it is already created. So let's not create it in the starting itself. Now, but according to the sum, there is an opening balance in cash that is 27,500 rupees. So I'm just going to go back and click here, alter, click the cash account, and see there is no balance that is actually given. So we are going to enter the starting or the opening balance. Just give yes. Now we have literally created all the ledgers that is needed for our sum. Now let's start with creating the accounting vouchers according to various entries. So if you see the sum, various entries are given. So now let's start with the first one. So the first one is receipt. We have received amount from Retu. So we have to click the receipt voucher, that is F6. See, many people will get confused why this is in the format. Either you need it in the format as creditor or debtor, it is already here. I have just changed the configuration. Or if you want to change it, you can just click F12, and here if you give yes, it will come as the invoice type. And here also if you give it as no, it will show it as to or by. So since this method is more useful for the students and easy for the students, I'm just going to create this account. So the first one is credit. See, the accounting voucher entry will be, if you see here, it's cash account debtor to Neetu account. So cash will be debited, Neetu will be credited. So here Neetu comes the first. So the amount will be 12,000. And here we don't have any kind of references when you're doing accounting vouchers. It is a new question every time it will ask. So I'm just going to give as new reference. So it will just give a number, that's enough. So here we are going to debit cash. So cash. So what is the entry? What is our question? We have to just give the journal entry. So cash received from Neetu. Cash received from Neetu. So I'm just going to say this one. So the next will be insurance premium paid. So you have to do it under the payment voucher. That is shortcut key is F5. So I'm just going to click the payment voucher. Here, if you see the entry for it, it's insurance account data to cash. So here debited will be insurance account. So I'm just going to click the insurance account. The amount will be 2000, and here the crediting thing is cash. So cash, I'm just going to click here, insurance premium paid, and one more voucher is over. The next is we are going to buy furniture for cash. Again, it is also a payment entry only. So here I'm just going to click furniture. The amount is 6,000 rupees to cash, and the amount is 6,000 here. Furniture bought for cash. So okay, enter. The next item is cash sales. So we have actually sold something to a person and that person has given amount. So we are just going to give the entry here under the sales voucher. The shortcut key is F8. So you here, if you go again, there is no debit or credit or something like that. So in order to change that, just click it as here as voucher. So here, if you see, you'll get this debit one. So the entry, let's just go back and see the entry. Cash account data to sales account. So here, the cash will be debited. So cash account data is 16,500. Here, sales, it will automatically come. So you have to just give the item and write it as cash sales made. I'm again saving this voucher. So the next item is we have purchased something for the cash and we have to enter in the purchases voucher. So if you see, the F9 is the purchases voucher. Again, I have to just change it as credit or debit for the convenience of the students. So here, if you see the entry, it's purchases account data to cash. So the crediting thing will be cash. So we'll start with the cash. So cash, the amount of purchase made is for 26,000. Here again purchases will come, and I'm going to enter as cash purchases made. Click yes. The next entry will be Rohini to cash. So you see, so the amount is paid for Rohini for something. So the account, the journal entry is Rohini account data to cash. So let's go back to the payment voucher, that is FY again. So Rohini will be debited. The amount debited for Rohini will be 3,200, and it's again a new thing. So I'm just going to give it as 2. Okay. So even if you give any kind of number, it's not a problem. Just make sure the number is not repeated. Here again, we are paying cash here. And yes, next one is cash to sales. Again, a cash sales is made. So here we are again going to the sales voucher, and here again I'm just going to click it as this one. So what is the entry? Cash account data to sales. So here we are going to select the cash. So cash sales is for 18,700. Here sales automatically will come. So here I'm going to give the narration as cash sales made. Okay, so the next item will be a contra entry item. So the item is the amount 5,000 rupees is deposited inside the bank. So we are going to use the voucher called contra voucher, that is F4, that is a shortcut fee for that. And here, if you again see the entry, it's bank account data to cash. So cash will be credited and bank will be debited. So here, and I'm going to give the amount as 5,000 that is given in the sum. Here, I'm going to give it as bank. So make sure to learn that the contra entry only uses 2 types of account. Even if you click any kind of account, it is not going to show. So either cash to bank or bank to cash, it is the only thing that you can use in the contra entry voucher. So here, amount deposited. Next, if you see, we have two more vouchers pending. That is the payment vouchers for rent and salary. Rent, if you see, for 4,000 and salary is for 7,000. So let's again go to this payment voucher. Here I'm going to select the rent. That is for 4,000. Here cash will automatically come. If you want, you can change the account into bank if you have the amount inside the bank. So here we are going to prepare a cash book. So we are just going to leave it as it is. Now I'm just going to give the narration. Rent paid. Give it as yes. And one more entry is pending, that is for salary. So salary account data to cash. So again the same payment voucher, salary. Here it's 7,000 and again cash. Here salary paid. So now we have entered each and every transactions inside the accounting voucher. The only thing is pending for us to see whether all the accounts are actually prepared correctly by the tally. Before that, we have to first check whether all the accounting vouchers are entered correctly. So I'm just going to go under the reports display. And if you click the second one, that is day book, you can actually see the summary of all the vouchers that we have entered. We have entered one contra voucher, one receipt voucher, two sales voucher, one purchase vouchers, and the rest of it are payment vouchers. Now let's get back to see. We have to see the main book, that is the cash book. Again, just go back to display. Here, accounting books. And under that, if you see the first one itself, is cash and bank book. And see now, the balance is 21,500. That is inside the cash. That is as a cash. And here in the bank account, we have like 5,000 rupees balance. So let's just check the sum whether we have got the balance carried down correctly. So see here, the balance carried down, it is given in the sum itself is 21,500. So the balance in our cash book is correct. So this is how you actually prepare a simple cash book under Tally. Thank you for listening.